Hey guys, it's Autumn from Our Burnt Nest, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you our family subjects for the 2019-2020 homeschool year. So our family subjects, we do kind of morning basket or looping basket style, and I'm just going to get into it and show you what we're going to be doing this year. First thing is the Indescribable 100 Devotions about God and Science. So this is a science devotional. We do Bible studies at bedtime too, which I will show you later. But basically they're short and sweet. It's just like a 2-page spread. It starts with a verse, then it has, it goes into the devotional, then it has, you could call this like a confession or a prayer. You can use that however you want. And then after, we use it as a prayer. And then after I say amen, I always say, be amazed! And then I read this little section. And then sometimes we will, right after we finish this, we'll get on YouTube and see if we can find a YouTube video that kind of correlates to whatever topic it was that day. In true like morning basket fashion, I like to have some type of poetry, and I'm not big into like memorization and memorizing poems, and but I do like having a bit of poetry that's kind of serving a purpose. So this is the Little People's Guide to the Big World. Honestly, it seems like some type of material like an insurance agency or something would pass out. Like, I don't know. But basically they are poems that are kind of practical for young kids. So they have all kinds of topics like going to the hospital, manners, taking care of your pets, moving, getting glasses. It talks about adoption, dealing with death, all kinds of things like that, just kind of in simple poetry form, which I kind of appreciate. Next, we will read a lesson or chapter from one of these 4 books, which is Science, History, Living Math, or Geography. So for geography this year, we're doing it once or twice, a couple times a week. We'll just kind of see how it goes, taking our time, not rushing through it. We are using Around the World with Picture Books Part 1. And so far, I have really been enjoying this. I love that it is colorful, and it goes into that it uses books to teach geography and life lessons, that it has kind of like art, nature study, food from different areas, and art. It's just really beautiful, and I'm really excited. Oh, and there's some of the coloring pages. I'm really excited to get into this year. We have already started this one actually. For Living Math, currently we are doing Life of Fred Butterflies once or twice a week. And so this year I really want to try to do more Life of Fred and some of the Math Start books, but I just haven't been able to get my hands on some of those. So you guys, I have a video I will link in the iCards talking about Life of Fred. You may already know what this is, but it's basically just a story-based math. But if you want a little more information on it, you can click that video in the iCards. For history, we're going to be doing Story of the World, History for the Classical Child, Volume 1, Ancient Times by Susan Bauer from The Well-Trained Mind. And we're only reading, like, I would say a half of a chapter at a time, once or twice a week. Honestly, probably once a week, and it will probably take us a while to get through this. And as of now, I did not buy the activity book. I might go back and buy it, but I only really want it for the coloring sheets. I'm just not super interested in doing a bunch of activities at this point, but I am interested in coloring sheets. So maybe I'll buy it for the coloring sheets, maybe I won't. For science, we're kind of doing 2 different things. So the first thing is the Sassafras Science Adventures Volume 1 Zoology. And once again, I did not buy the activity book. I may change my mind and buy it later, but as of now, we're just reading the story, trying to keep things simple around here. And so it is, once again, a story-based science. So it's a continual story about twins. But yeah, so it's just a story, and this year it's zoology, so we're going to be studying animals and their habitats. To go along with our geography unit, I do have a collection of atlases that I've acquired over the years. Usborne Lift the Flap Picture Atlas. I really like this one, of course, because of all the flaps. My 4-year-old really likes this one. The Big Picture Atlas and the Children's Picture Atlas. I did not buy these all at once. I've just kind of collected and acquired them. And you don't need all 3 of these. Actually, if you're going to be doing that study and going out and purposely buying an atlas, I would probably get the one that they suggest. So for science, we're going to be doing kind of 2 things, I think. We're going to be reading the Sassafras Science Adventures zoology this year. But I'm also, after we've kind of finished our morning basket that day, this is hard to explain, but whoever is the leader at our house that day, or whoever laundry day it is, basically, that person gets to go to our science book shelf, and they get to pick one of those books for me to read or for us to study together. So I'm just going to kind of go over there and show you guys what they are. I need a disclaimer. Most of my science books are Usborne, but I don't sell Usborne. So I just want to clarify that. I don't sell it. I just really like them for science because I really like colorful picture books. And I feel like I was having a hard time finding those starting out. And I just kind of really fell in love with the Usborne picture books, science books. So I'm going to show you kind of what I have right now. I probably have some more in other places that are misplaced. And I will probably collect more over the year, but I'll just show you what I have for now. So here is our current little science picture book shelf, and there's honestly probably some missing, but I'll just give you kind of a quick overview of what we have here. These are their choices. So this is kind of a buffet of science, and whoever day it is, whoever is the laundry leader that day gets to come over here and pick a topic for us to talk about and read about. So first off, love these science readers. I kind of have 2 categories. I have like the readers and then the young beginners, or maybe it's the beginners and the young beginners. I don't know. I like the young beginners better because I feel like you can actually read through the whole thing in one setting, whereas these, I feel like it would take several settings for me to read through this with them. Somebody found one she wants to look at right now. So we have ants, horses and ponies, caterpillars and butterflies. Here, it's the young beginners one. Bugs, seashore, night and day animals, baby animals, eggs and chicks, woodland creatures, bees and wasps, and flowers. So for the ones that have flaps, I have the Lift the Flaps very first questions and answers. What is poop? Same thing. What are germs? Look inside how things work. How do animals talk? Look inside your body. And first questions and answers, why do we need bees? So in this stack, I have the My Very First Space book, My Very First Animals book, My Very First Our World book. Oh, I know I have a few more of these that are not here. So like I said, I have a collection of homeschool books that I've been collecting for the last, I guess, 3 years. So if anybody's watching this and this is your first year, like, don't panic. Don't run out and buy all this stuff. These are books we've been collecting for about 3 years now. So, like, you know, take a chill pill, calm down. It's okay. So this is just what I have that I really like. So first Encyclopedia of Animals. I also have the one of this that is dinosaurs and sea life and maybe space. I'm not sure. This is the Scholastic version. Wonders of the World, a Shine a Light book. Secrets of Animal Camouflage, Shine a Light book. The Human Body, Shine a Light book. Lift the Flap, questions and answers about your body. These are not Usborne books. Somebody gave these to me. They are by Picture Window Books. So this one is about touch, smelling, sight, and hearing. And then this is the Usborne Big Book of the Body. And I actually feel like I have a few books that are somewhere else in the house that are missing right now. But those are our science books that we're going to just be reaching for as the kids feel like it this year. Just kind of basically creating a buffet of information, and I know that within a year, at some point, all of these books will be reached for within a year. And so I'm not worried about them getting enough science, because I know that we will get through all these books eventually. So, like I said before, we do we do the indescribable devotion in the morning, but in the evening we usually do some type of Bible story with the kids, and then we follow up with a fairy tale, or no, the other way around. We do a fairy tale and then we do a Bible story, or they may pick a library book for us to read, but that's kind of our rhythm. Is we read a story, we read a short Bible story, and I think I've showed this Bible story book before. We like it, but I think my kids are actually starting to outgrow it. This one is new. I got this on sale at Barnes & Noble, 365 Fairytales Rhymes and Other Stories. And it's cute. So we're just going to kind of go through it in order, and every page we'll read, or every night before bed we'll just read like a spread. So this night we would just read Aladdin. But then sometimes they have multiple stories. So then like the next night we might read just this spread of rhymes. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But basically, yeah. Thumbelina. So the kind of stories that are just kind of little classic fairy tales. And I was looking for one of these, you guys, and literally, like, this is funny. I remember like praying, like, Lord, I really want to get a fairy tale book. But I don't really know what kind. Will you just like show me one? And so we walk into Barnes & Noble, and my husband, I think, picked up this book, and he was like, look, it's on sale for like $5. And I was like, yay, that's the one. This is the one that we need. So we got it, and it's really cute, and I like it. And like, this might be silly, but I love when books have the ribbon on them. Like, I wish more books had the little ribbon. The read and share 5-minute Bible stories, we've had this for a while. We've used this for years. I honestly feel like we need to get one that's a little bit longer now. If you guys have recommendations for a bedtime Bible story book that has pictures, I would appreciate it, because it's super short and sweet. And when we had, you know, like a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, this was like perfect. But now I feel like we need something that's just a little bit longer. But I really like this one. That's it, I think, for our family subjects this year. I'm kind of excited to get into them. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are using for your family subjects this year, or how long you've been homeschooling, or if you're planning to homeschool. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Different day, same shirt. So I was watching this video and editing it, and there were some other things that I've been thinking about buying, and I was like, well, I really need to wait and put that in the video too, with our morning basket and our family subjects. But I think I'm actually gonna make a separate video, and I'm gonna call that one Homeschool Electives. I'm gonna talk about music and foreign language. So you guys let me know if that's something you're interested in, and do you have like homeschool electives like that? Like, what do you do for like foreign language and for music? Because I'm really interested. I want to know.